In 1948, India and Pakistan fought their first war, which India won, and captured 2/3 of its land. The rest is called POK. India claims whole territory, because the then king, Raja Hari Singh, have merged it with India. And Pakistan claims it, because the partition of India and Pakistan was done on religion basis, and 65% of the population of the area were Muslim. Both nations have fought various wars, and Pakistan has faced repeated defeats. So, why isn't India claiming back its own land? To understand this better, let's go on a hypothetical war between India and Pakistan, and let's see why India can't take back POK, in this new episode of Stats to Analyze. Another terrorist attack in India. Links are found with Pakistani intelligence. India's incredibly thin patience ran out. India plans a strategy to attack Pakistan. As per our research and understanding, India will try to rapidly mobilize border forces to push into Pakistan, and deny advantageous defensive positions to Pakistani military. In effect, opening a corridor for follow-on Indian forces to pour through. The only aim of India right now is to move rapidly enough and deep enough into Pakistan territory, so that Pakistan could not use nuclear weapons against Indian military. Currently India operates under no first strike policy and will only use nuclear weapons in retaliation. Pakistan, however, understand that it is inferior to India and operates under defensive first use policy, means it can use it to defend itself from superior Indian military. So the first goal of India is to push deep enough into Pakistan that it will deter the nation from using nuclear weapons in its own soil. Now, the actual war will begin. Pakistan will quickly find itself in problem, as the depth of its territory is very less, if compared to huge Indian territory. This implies, all the Pakistani air bases could be attacked by India, but only part of Indian bases can be attacked by Pakistan. More than 50% of their airports and air bases are within 200 kilometers from Indian border. Indian missiles will quickly start to harass those airfields. Pakistan will try to do the same, but it has less missiles, and the distance to Indian targets are much greater. India will also have the upper hand when it comes to intelligence congregation. It will be able to glimpse Pakistani air operations and army movements sporadically from its satellites, as well as track every border movement. Now, let's see the places from where India can penetrate into Pakistan. Let's talk about each and every possibility one by one. If India enters through Kashmir Valley, then it will take very long to mobilize the forces, due to the rough mountainous terrain. If India fails to enter quick enough, then it will be a suicide, as Pakistan can use nuclear weapons in defense. Even if not that extreme, then also they will get enough time to prepare. So, Kashmir Valley is not an option. If rough terrain is a problem, then what better than open desert? Indian army will be able to move at great pace over there. But no, desert is wide open with no cover available. Pakistan will blow up each and every Indian asset. So no, the huge desert of Rajasthan is also not an option. What if India attacks from south, and enters through Balochistan? But Navy is the slowest means for mobilization, and India needs to penetrate as fast as they can. So no, this is also not an option. Now comes the last and best option, through the plains of Punjab. This 400-kilometer long corridor is the only way possible for India to enter into Pakistan fast enough that they won't be able to use nuclear weapons upon Indian army. The Amritsar to Lahore looks like an obvious option, but no. Due to heavy forces over there, Indian army won't be able to penetrate fast enough from Lahore. As per our research and understanding, the best option is Firozpur. Indian army will ask the Firozpur base to attack Pakistan, and, as most of the Pakistani army is assigned at the northern border, Indian army will find it easier to surprise the Pakistani forces, and will be able to penetrate faster. And, another main obstacle, the Satluj River is in Indian territory, so it can be crossed safely. India will attack with all force, concentrating at a single point. And, with superiority of Indian Air Force, Pakistanis would be hard-pressed to exploit what little recon assets they have. Therefore, Pakistan will take an defensive stance. The only place where Pakistan outshines India is in attack helicopters. Pakistan have 56 Cobras, and India have 23 Indian attack helicopters. But both nations have so less attack helicopters in reality that the air fleets would be depleted due to the casualties and equipment breakdown in first week of serious fighting. Now, all the attention will be at the plains. The bulk of fighting will happen on land. That means the most important element of either nation's military will be its main battle tank fleet. Here also, Indian tanks outnumbers Pakistanis with near 1-to-2 ratio. World could see the largest tank battle since World War II. As of now, India would have penetrated deep enough into Pakistan that the possibility of using nuclear weapons is unthinkable. The Indian army is one of the biggest in the world and almost triple the size of Pakistan, which means, after the first blow, India can attack at other places as well. The first thing which India will do now is to take down the Pakistani Air Force, as Pakistan does have a rough parity when it comes to aerial warning, and even Pakistani defenses are not very numerous, so they will certainly fall behind India's. But the very little they had are good enough to take down few of Indian attack planes. But India have both quantity as well as quality. Most of the Pakistani air bases close to Indian border will be neutralized within a month, and Pakistan will operate from distant air bases. Now, the Indian Navy will try to penetrate through Balochistan, when the Pakistani military will be busy holding POK and fighting Indian Army at other fronts. Indian Navy is more than sufficient in crippling the Pakistani Navy, but the bad thing is, Indian Navy will be escorted by Indian Air Force, which will devastate the Pakistani Navy completely. Now, the Indian Navy will target the Karachi port, as more than 60% of the trade is dependent on Karachi only. This will cripple the Pakistani economy. Even if any leftover navy asset of Pakistan tries to defend, it will be crushed by MLSR. India will be defensive at the Kashmir border, as the Pakistani defense will be stronger here due to the rough terrain. Pakistan will place most of the army near its capital, which will result in weaker hold of Karachi and Balochistan. At this stage all Pakistan can do is to defend, as attacking India will be suicide. The India has a crucial advantage in air mobility, which Pakistan can't match. India will be able to airlift all equipments with great pace. But on other hand, air transport will matter little to Pakistan, as it will be fighting a defensive war. India outnumbers Pakistan with 2-to-7 ratio, in terms of artillery. With this lack of mobility, and very little artillery as compared to India, Pakistani forces will start to lose in that rough terrain, and likely surrender within 9 to 10 months, or will be defeated in a year. So, the question is, can India take back POK? Of course it can. India can take back POK any day they desire. Then why isn't India claiming back its own land? There are 4 reasons why India don't want POK back. Number 1. The people of POK are full of pro-Pakistan and anti-India sentiments. They will create more problems in other parts of India. Number 2. The rough terrain of POK has very less economic benefit. Number 3. China have huge investments in POK, so taking POK can lead to various conflicts with China. Number 4. If India take back POK, then India will share the border with most active terrorist area in the world, Afghanistan. In short, India doesn't take back POK, because a prosperous country is better than a bigger country. Thank you for watching, subscribe for more.